I hated this when I saw it. I never want to do this again. Black plays b5. Don't resign, by the way. If you resign in this position, I don't know what you're doing. Do not resign. Rook e6 check. You have to earn the right to resign in chess. You got to get to a certain elo for that button to even illuminate. King a5. The way you win this position with white is you take enough pawns that you can just sneak a pawn through and make a queen. You do this in a way where black constantly has legal moves. You want to avoid stalemates. So if you need to sacrifice some material to bring the king out into the open, you do that. b4, right now, bishop b4. I don't mind this move at all. This is a fantastic move, deflecting the king from the defense of the pawn. Beautiful. Rook is cutting everything off. There is no stalemate here in a million years. You have a dark squared bishop, so make sure the light squares are available and make sure you don't accidentally cover away all the squares. Rook g5, rook h5. And the way you win this is you can put a rook on a square on the same color as your bishop, so you anchor it and it can never be taken. You make a queen and you deliver a ladder checkmate. And that is exactly what white did. White played rook e5, f5, king d7. There is no way to get to the king, and that's it. Beautiful technique by white. Spectacular. Could not have done anything better myself. But suddenly white got greedy. In this position, white thought, look, I have a ladder mate in like 8 different ways, right? Ladder mate, simple. Zig, zag, boom. But my opponent's not resigning. And I'm not going to win on time anytime soon because they get 5 seconds every time they make a move. So I'm going to BM. Bad manners. The players are well within their right to do this. When you play a game in chess on chess.com, you sign up with an undisclosed social contract to your opponent. You are allowed to not resign. You are allowed to use the duration of the clock. You are allowed to make your opponent checkmate you. And your opponent is allowed to do this. Now, where it gets unethical or, you know, egregious or disrespectful, is this disrespectful by white? Yes. White is not playing in the most optimal way to finish the game. But not resigning is not considered unethical. It's not considered egregious. You absolutely should not resign because your opponent is 800. And your opponent is now going to make 3 queens. This is the position. 3 queens, a rook, a bishop, and a pawn, and there are 90,000 different mates in 2 in this position, probably, all right? Literally, if you could calculate a program to determine how many mates in 2 there are from this position with white, it's thousands, I would imagine, different iterations. Okay, queen f6, now this is mate, the mate, there's so many mates, right? Mate, so many mates. But queen g6. Again, what is happening here is white is playing in the style of bad manners, right? The players are shuffling. It's all fun and games. This is very funny. You haven't earned the right to disrespect people like this. You are 800. Do not disrespect people like this. You got 9,000 mates in 1 in this position. Queen d2. Queen d2 is a pretty crazy move. And this is actually the beginning of the memes. Black now has no legal king moves. So black plays a3. And if white takes this, it's a draw. It's actually a stalemate. Look at the eval. It's a stalemate. I think white knows that, though, and white can still give a mate. White still can give mates all over the place. But white plays bishop c3. White allows a2. White's really playing with fire here. That's mate. That's mate. All of these different moves are mate. That's mate. That's mate. White doesn't want it. In this position, white plays queen to d4 and allows a queen. White's really playing a little bit with fire here because you know what's going to happen in this position? White is going to screw this up. What white failed to realize in their bad mannering is that this is stalemate, and now you have a situation known as crazy queen. The queen can now sacrifice herself with check. And this is the way that white was punished for this game. I told you in the very beginning of this video, this is making me sick. This is vile. This is disgusting. This is evil. This is terrible sportsmanship. Horrible. Now, black just has to sack the queen in a way that white cannot capture it. If white is able to take the queen with one of the queens, it's no longer a stalemate. So that's what white does. White plays queen d2 check. And it's looking like it's supposed to be, but white just has there's just checks now. Black just gives checks. King back to d3. It's a draw again. I can't believe this. This is absolutely ridiculous behavior by white, and white fully deserves the karma that they received for this game. Queen to d2 check. Queen to f4 check. White is panicking. They've dug this hole for them, and now they're losing a queen. They can't even take it back. They can't even take it back. White runs. Black gives another check. White runs. Black gives another check. White blocks. Oh, now white is getting somewhere. All right, white finally figured it out. Because now, any check, you can just run your king, and it's no longer going to be a stalemate. And that's exactly what white does. In this position, white now realizes they can run the king, so they do, and they get checkmated.
What a crazy game that was for black. White totally winning. Literally had 3 queens, a rook, and a bishop. But out of the field and the urge to, zazz up the position or do something funny, he regretted it and lost that game.